Okay, so this is the Nerdy Nonsense Podcast. We're just two nerdy guys that like to talk about stuff. Nerdy friends. And this is episode 60, actually. Or this 10th episode since we've kind of come back from our break.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. 9 more episodes, we get up to that magic number.
Nice. Nice number.
Yeah, the one of the best numbers. So this week was kind of weird. There were some unexpected things that kind of came out, like a Nintendo Direct and some other things.
Oh yeah.
But I guess I'll start with what I've been doing. I really haven't done a whole lot. It's Always Sunny, still hilarious. This last episode was great.
Frank versus Russia.
Yeah. What? You can't be Johnny. So if you're Johnny, who's Dennis? I was losing my shit. This episode was so good.
And this system is called Sin.
It's called Sinned. It's Dennis backwards. Who would have thought of that? I thought of it. It was my system.
Well, it's a big coincidence. No, it's not, because I bet it myself. Oh.
As soon as he started going over it, I was like, wait, this seems just like the Dennis system. And then when he got to the D at the end, I was like, it's just Dennis back. Okay, there it is. It was so good.
And then, what was initiate contact or something like that? And they're like, I'm touching your wee wee.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah.
It was a really good episode. And then I think today they announced that July 19th or the 17th or something, What We Do in the Shadows is coming back. So I'm super excited about that. We started kind of like rewatching old episodes on FX at night because they're playing the reruns.
Oh, nice.
I love What We Do in the Shadows. Matt Berry is like one of my favorite actors. And then I've been playing more of Tears of the Kingdom. I beat two of the temples. Yeah,
nice.
2 of the temples. I beat the Wind Temple and the Ice Temple. Ice Temple, Wind Temple? I don't know. The one in Gerudo Village?
It's the Wind Temple.
And the Gerudo Desert one. The Rito Village one was so easy. I was half I went in and they're like, oh, because my brother and I have been playing it along with you, and everyone's been telling me, oh, you got to have a bunch of arrows. So I literally spent days amassing like 300 or 400 different like arrows just to make sure that I didn't run out during the battle or during the boss fight. And I was like, oh, that's it. It took me one shot, super easy. The hardest part was getting up there.
Oh yeah, that was the most annoying part, just getting up there.
But I like I forget the kid's name from the Rito Village that becomes the sage.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He's my favorite character so far in the game. I love that kid. Is great.
Yeah, he's useful as well.
Right. So like the wind thing is amazing. I use it all the time now.
Yeah, me too. That's how I've been moving. That's how I've been doing a lot of stuff.
And then I got up to the Lost Woods to the Deku Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat the Gloom Ganon or the Shadow Ganon, whatever it's called. That fight was annoying because the Gloom hands are super annoying.
I ended up in one of the labyrinths that they have around, and I ended up fighting Shadow Ganon as well.
Did you get a weapon? Did you beat him or?
Yeah, I beat him. I got the Goom mace or something like that.
Oh, the big hammer thing.
Yeah, but I need to wear the Goom suit, otherwise it's gonna strike you. Like if you were struck by the Goom every time you use it.
Oh, I didn't know that because I got the Gloom short sword or whatever it is. It's basically like a single-handed katana. from the one in the Lost Forest, from the Deku Tree, because you have to purge the Ganon from the Deku Tree, basically.
Yeah.
And like the Ganon fight wasn't that hard. It was mostly the Gloom Hands, because there's like 5 or 6 of them that try and attack you all at once. And if they get too close, the Gloom kind of keeps eating at your hearts,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
you
it
can't
does.
like replenish them until you eat something that purges the Gloom stuff,
Yeah, the
which is
fight
kind of
against
annoying.
the fight against Ganon was easy.
Because he only takes you only take Gloom damage from him, as far as I know. Because I've only fought 2 of them. I fought one that had that hammer that you have, but I didn't beat
Hmm.
him because he was like I didn't have good armor at the time,
Oh
and I kind of stumbled on him on accident.
yeah.
But the 2 times I fought the Gloom Ganons or the Shadow Ganons, they only do the Gloom damage or the Gloom whatever if they hit you or if they run into you. Like if
Yep.
they do the dash thing. So to me, it's really not as difficult as the Gloom Hands were, but I'm still liking like the story, and because it's almost like they're retconning the whole first Breath of the Wild, so which I think technically they did in the DLC for Breath of the Wild, but I never beat it, so I don't know how the actual story went. Um, but that's what their brother was saying, that the DLC with the champions kind of retcons a lot of the story anyways.
I
But
thought I thought it was set in the past because the champions are alive in the past.
right, but somehow the champions from the future, from the current timeline, when you're playing the game, come in a time anomaly and help them survive or something.
Oh. Oh,
That's what
okay.
he was explaining to me. I was like, that sounds wild. But since I never played it, I don't really know.
Hmm.
Or I never beat it. I should probably go back and play it again,
Yeah, I should be doing the same.
but yeah, that's been pretty much it. There hasn't really been a whole lot else uh on TV this week. Aside from like It's Always Sunny, there's really nothing else that I really want to watch that's
Hmm.
airing yet. But yeah, I think that does it pretty much for me.
Let's see. For me, also playing with Tears of the Kingdom. In the tab, I'm like 90% done clearing the map. Uh, the 10% at the moment are like little spots here and there that apparently I need to get. I need to get into the depth in some way. Like might be like a secret hole in the surface. So I need to look for those. But overall, everything else I just already pretty much unlocked. I mean, clear, like open the map. So now I just need to look around. I discovered the Temple of Time, but I haven't activated it yet because apparently I need to do a mission before that. So it's there on my map, but I can't start anything yet. And what I've been doing since I pretty much unlocked almost everything, I started the Goron Temple of Fire because also you go to the depths to in order to do that one. And I had to go to Goron City in order to get the fireproof armor because on the depths there is also an area that you needed. Otherwise, you're gonna be burning yourself the whole time. So I was like, okay, let me get to the Goron City. Hopefully that armor is in there. It was in there. I bought it, and then I just was pulled into the main mission because you're gonna need it also to hit one big section on the depths as well.
So you're doing? Did you beat the Goron Temple thing yet, or you just started
No,
it?
I started the temple.
So is it really? Because my brother and a bunch of my other friends, who have pretty much cleared all the temples already, they
Hmm.
said that that was their second favorite one to do because it's like, oh, ours is covered in sludge and blah blah blah, and then it's like the Goron's like, we got crack rocks.
Yeah, this one you need to crack rocks, and the temple itself has like carts all around, so you need to like hit buttons or while you're driving, you need to hit some devices so the tracks changes on the fly, and you can move to the other sections and all that stuff.
Oh, so it's almost like Donkey Kong Country.
Pretty much, yeah.
Really? That's really fun. I think because that was going to be the second one I was going to go to, or the third one, right after doing the Rito Village, but I didn't get a chance to get there yet. I've heard from a lot of people that that's either their favorite or their second favorite temple or storyline so far.
So far, it's good, yeah. And this will be the second temple that I do. Like I said, I've been just unlocking the map, unlocking the depths. I'm pretty much, like I said, I'm pretty much done. I did all the fairies. Now I can upgrade every single suit or pieces of armor that I encounter, and I've been starting to encounter a little bit more as I explore the depths, because you most of the stuff from that you get from amiibos, like the Wind Waker suit, the Twilight Princess suit, the I think Ocarina of Time as well. Most of those suits are down there.
The hero,
Hero
yeah,
Time,
the
Twilight
hero
Hero.
time,
Uh,
they have different names in this
yeah,
game than they did in the Breath of the Wild, but yeah, and then there's the mask that you can get from Majora's Mask, but you have to do one of the Colosseums, I think, in the
yeah,
depths to do it,
yeah.
and
There's
it's
a
like ridiculously annoying to do.
Yeah, there's a couple of chests that you get to a location and you need to fight a whole bunch of enemies, and because they are like in the depths, they'll goom, so it's annoying because if they touch you, you lose a heart, and on top of that, you need to deal with the damage and all that stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get that
I only
one
did
armor set.
one. Yeah, I only did one, and was able to unlock one of the big Goron swords, which is supposed to be a quote unquote legendary weapon, but also breaks. But once it breaks, you
The Bigoron sword, or did you get the one
yeah,
for
the big
Oh,
Goron
okay.
sword. And as far as I know, if one of those special weapons break, you can buy them in the tab with the pose.
The post
With the,
statues in the depths, or I think there's the one that's in Lookout Landing too.
I think that one doesn't carry something. I can't remember whether it's the special suits or the special weapons,
One or the
but
other. I always forget because one you can only buy from the pose in the depths, or the post statues in the depths, and one you
yeah,
can only buy from him in the Lookout Landing. And I always get them confused.
yeah. So when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need to break rocks so I can sell uh stones and whatever. I just go down there to whatever is the closest to a Ruth and get that sword. But yeah, I've been doing that. I unlock or I found all seven of the what you call it, the these guys. But one of them, the seventh one, you need to do a special mission because he's incomplete.
You have to
So
find his eyes, right?
yeah, so obviously I haven't done started that one. Uh, but yeah, just doing stuff all over the place, unlocking more
It feels like this game's a little
shrines.
more overwhelming than Breath of the Wild was, because I feel like in Breath of the Wild I would do things in a specific order. In this, I just keep finding things and just keep getting sidetracked.
Yeah, same. Like just like I said a couple of weeks ago, a trick is if you find a shrine, mark the depth if you haven't seen the route because that's where the route is, and if you find a route, mark the surface because there's a shrine if you haven't find a shrine. So now that I pretty much unlock all the routes down there, I'm just trying to knock all the shrines that I can. There's a couple that you need to go into caves and do different stuff, so those are ones that I'm putting off and just going to the ones that I just need to climb a mountain or something like that. So with the stamina wheel, I'm already 2 wheels in. I haven't done that many hearts since I've been using more stamina to explore around or trying to fly further and all that stuff. So now that pretty much I have most of the stuff clear, I'm gonna start getting hard so I can survive more against enemies.
Yeah, that's kind of what
And
I've been doing. I haven't been worrying as much about the hearts because it's so easy to make food in
yeah,
this that like I don't really need hearts. And especially if you have good armor, it doesn't really matter as much. But stamina, you need a lot because with stamina,
oh
that's
yeah,
how you do a lot of the really hard hitting, you know, weapon moves and also how you fly and glide and stuff like that. So
and I also semi-started the Sora mission. I clear a couple steps before I can even go to the temple, which I still don't know how to do. But because of that, I have the Sora armor, so I can swim up waterfalls.
yeah, I did some of it. I got to the temple on accident with one of like a flying machine.
Oh yeah.
Like it wouldn't trigger the boss fight, so I think I might have glitched it. So that's why I went to the
Mm,
Rito village to do that first.
I
So I think
see.
I'm gonna do that one last.
Yeah, I was doing half of it, and then I was like, I don't know how to get to the temple.
It's a pain in the ass. It's
Let's just.
harder than doing the Rito village one.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's do the depths more. And then I ended up going to the Goron city, and like I said, to get the armor so I can finish the depths. And like I said, right now I'm like at 90-95%. And
Hmm.
whatever I'm missing, I just need to get to the depths via, I'm gonna assume, a special means, because there's no way I can get to those locations on foot. Mostly locations that are isolated, so unless I need to do a flying machine, but I'll need to double check on that later. Other than that, watching my shows. Yesterday or on Wednesday, one or the other. The Bear season 2 on Netflix was dropped on Hulu. They dropped the entire season, so I being able to watch only 4 episodes so far, and again, it's just an awesome show. Uh, and other than that, just my usual shows. Uh, let's see. Oh, I started also Cool Summer season 2. Apparently this season, so apparently the show is gonna be an anthology rather than a follow up from the first season.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, this is a whole different cast, different story, different setting, even different time. Because the first one, if I'm not mistaken, was early '90s. Like the way that the show works is like they show you 2 different time periods, uh, and obviously all revolving about mystery or whatever. So you see the beginning, and I think that in the original was the summer of '94, the fall of '94, and the winter, or yeah, the winter '95 or something like that. And this one is set in the '90s and 2000, like right at the end of the '99, and then the next 2 periods of time is in the 2000s.
Hmm.
And yeah, there's this one mystery so far. Though that one they are releasing per episodes. I think they had the first 3 episodes on, when did they release it? Last week, I think, or this week, I can't remember. And the fourth episode just aired recently. Also on Hulu. Let's see what else. And then just my regular shows. The Apple TV ones, The Crowder Room, Platonic, then Paramount Plus, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Clone High, they released the last 2 episodes of the season yesterday.
Did you finish watching the show? Because
Yeah,
I watched the first 4 episodes of when it first started. I didn't get a chance to finish it after that.
yeah, I finished the whole season. I
Did
saw
you
the
like
last.
it?
Yep, some of the jokes are like those super hyper quirky stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But other stuff were actually funny.
Yeah, I
It's not hundred
I
percent
have
my
to continue. Yeah, I have to finish watching it because I've heard that it gets a lot better the last half of this season.
yeah.
But
Like it's
I don't hate it as like a lot of people do.
yeah, it's not 100% my type of humor, but it still is entertaining. And then what else? Count High. Let's see. I think that's it. I haven't been able to see any movies this week because pretty much new stuff are coming out. Came out yesterday, today, so I should be able to watch it next week. Like the new Wes Anderson movie, Asteroid
Oh,
City.
Meteor City or Asteroid City.
Asteroid City, yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna watch that one because I love the Wes Anderson movies. What else? This the Jennifer Lawrence R-rated comedy, which is getting good reviews, so I want to see that one. And something else came out this week. Let's see. Do, 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 do. So, No Hard Feelings, Asteroid City, and
Didn't the machine? No, wait. The machine came out
no, the machine
last
came
week.
out. It came out a while ago. Past Lives. This is a Korean film, I think it is. Yeah, it's Korean, so I want to watch as well because they have really good movies. But yeah, other than that, not much really. Just watching my stuff. And I guess with that we can jump into the news.
Yeah. This was
So
a weird week.
yeah, it was a weird and I got a couple stuff that it was dropped like a couple hours ago, so it's very recent.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's start with the cancellations and all the stuff. So, earlier in the week, apparently Apple TV was doing a Metropolis, and not the Superman Metropolis, but based on the old school sci-fi Metropolis movie film TV show. But apparently, it was canceled before even production began because of the strike, and also they had some production costs. I honestly had no idea they were doing a series about that. It would have been so cool. But yeah, today Paramount Pros announced they're gonna cancel a couple shows, and they even gonna remove them from their app. The one that I watch already is Star Trek Prodigy. This is the animated one.
Prodigy was done by the same people that did Lower Decks, right?
No, it's different because this one is more towards the kids, kind of, and it's also
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one is also 3D animation.
Right.
Is it 3D animation? It's kind of 3D animation, but yeah, it had 2 seasons, so yeah, they're gonna cancel it and remove it from the streamer, which is annoying. The other show that I hear semi okay reviews and I was oh, maybe I'll check it out later is the Grease prequel. Uh, the,
Oh shit.
uh Pink
Yeah, I know which one you're
Ladies.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pink Ladies. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one only got 1 season, so they're canceling, and then the other ones, I think they were reality TV shows or whatever, so I don't care about that. Yep,
Paramount Plus is doing this thing apparently because they don't want to pay writers or pay anyone residuals for like the streaming rights for
saving
those
costs.
shows.
Yeah, they're saving
Yeah.
costs pretty much. which
They're not doing very well right now, from what I hear.
well, not only they canceled those, but they renew School Spirits,
Really?
which yeah, which I saw the first season. It's really good, and I'm glad because the way that they ended in a big cliffhanger that was like, ooh, where are they gonna go with that? So I'm glad that they're renewing something. Let me see cancellations. Just want to double check if I had any more Paramount Plus. Okay, no more Paramount Plus, but this is something that initially we got some news in the beginning of the week, and then today they drop another. There's another bomb. So, Sony El Muerto film, which is based on a comic book character from Spider-Man, a villain from Spider-Man, which appear only in like 5 comics. That's it. Uh, Sony scrapped early in the week the release date for it, so people were like, "Oh no, has it been canceled?" But pretty much the reasons that they were given is because of the writer strike happening, and also Bad Bunny's schedule as a touring schedule, since he's no he's the lead, but also he's a singer. So, but then today it was announced that Bad Bunny is no longer part of the project, so his role is gonna be recast. So now people are like, maybe cancel it.
Yeah, this one was a weird one because I can see both sides, but at the same time, it's just kind of like I don't know if it's worth continuing it.
Yeah, it is so freaking weird, especially since many people thought that this was mostly Bad Bunny wanted to do a movie himself, like
Right.
a passion project. So the fact that now they're like, oh yeah, we're scrapping it from the schedule, and also that confirms that those two Spider-Man movies that they announced some release dates. One of these isn't El Muerto, so yeah, it's freaking weird. And talking about Sony movies, we got the trailer for Craven the Hunter this week.
I'm curious what you thought about it.
We got two versions. We got the King, quote unquote King trailer, and then we got the Red Band trailer. And the Red Band trailer made it look a little better, but still, I'm like, why?
The fact that they changed his origin story a little bit
Oh my
to
god,
he
yeah.
has animal powers now is weird.
The blood of the lion gave him animal powers. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
like
Not
he's just a
only,
person who has really good skills. Like that was his whole shtick in the comics because he was
no,
raised by
yeah.
like wolves or something, right? Or I forget.
No, he actually drank magical herb or something like that to give him superhuman strength and agility, but still, it's not like like he's connected to the animals or can do animal jumps like he's doing in the trailer.
Yeah, it was a very bizarre take, almost. And I didn't hate what they did in Morbius,
Hmm.
but it was almost felt like they kind of went, oh, let's do what we did in Morbius, but crank it
Yeah,
all the way up to 11 instead of 4.
and then the fact that he's like a anti-poacher and saving animals and all that stuff.
Which is completely against his character. His character is all about like excess. He just loves to kill.
Yeah, he's a hunter,
Right.
Craven the Hunter.
So I don't know if they're just trying to like be play it safe with the character, who's not a safe character to begin with. But I don't know. I need to see a little bit more or get more information about the movie first before I make a decision.
And then yeah,
To me, it didn't sound great.
and then at the end we got the teaser for the Rhino.
I'm not. No, I didn't think it was great. I don't know what you thought about it, but I was just unimpressed.
We rarely saw anything, but now he's a guy, human. Like he's pretty much Rocksteady from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Best,
Instead of him just being a guy in a suit, that looks like a rhino that just can run through anything. Now he's literally just Rocksteady. Which
Yeah.
I don't understand. Sony, what are you doing?
And then I know they show his brother, so we don't know whether or not they're gonna make his brother the chameleon, because in the comics his stepbrother is the chameleon.
Right.
So whether or not they're gonna confirm it, we'll see when the movie comes out. But yeah, and of course the internet is already making the jokes that this is gonna make a billion, billion.
I saw that on Twitter and I was like, you guys are savage.
It's like it's craving time. uh and of course it will be funny. Sony buys it again, like, oh, people are celebrating, let's release it again, just like they did with Morpheus. I don't think they're gonna be that stupid, but you never know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Even though I haven't seen these shows, but they're on my list. The prequel series to Yellowstone, 1923, has been delayed due to the writer's strike. This one has
Was it
Harrison.
1923 or 1823?
I think it's 1820. Is it 1820? Now I'm wondering. Did I type it wrong? Let's see.
1883?
Yep.
1883.
1883.
That's the prequel for Yellowstone, which they released the first 2 episodes, didn't they? On Paramount.
Oh, so there's another one.
Oh, so there's 2.
There's 2. 1923 is a second one.
Oh.
Huh. And this one is the one with Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford.
Oh yes. Okay. Now I know. Yeah. I saw set pictures from this, and I was like, okay. They're really milking the Yellowstone thing.
Oh yeah. But I guess it's getting. I mean, based on what I've seen, or what I know, it's already a good show. I just haven't been able to watch because Paramount Plus doesn't provide it. I need to have freaking Showtime. So I need to wait until they do the combining stuff that they're gonna do at the end of the year.
Oh, the bundle?
Yeah, no bundle. They're gonna fuse. Showtime is going away, and they're bringing all the stuff into Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's right. They're doing what HBO and Warner Brothers did with Max.
Yeah, so until that happens, I can't see Yellowstone or 1883 or 1923. Well, 1923 hasn't come out yet, but you get it. Or Yellow Jackets, which is another one that I want to watch.
Yeah, which I heard was really good.
Yeah, it is very good. Let's see, just double checking if I have any other show getting. Nope. Okay. So this week, Hulu released a clip from Polar Opposites announcing that Dan Stevens is replacing Justin Roiland in the show for the next 2 seasons. And they released a really funny clip to pretty much joke about the change on the voice. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
Yeah, so they pretty much shoot the main character in the throat, and they use this machine to repair his vocal cords, but it was set up in British, and they're like, "Ooh, I like this," and then they break the machine, and then you see the opening of the show. You know how the main character starts talking.
Oh, yes. I thought this was a fan thing. I didn't realize this was real.
It's real. It's real. It's real.
I saw this on TikTok and I was like, this has to be fake.
No, it's real.
No, it's real.
That's how they announce Dan Stevens is taking over. He's like, yes, this is my voice. Get used to it.
Of all the people they could have chosen, there were a bunch of other people that would have matched Justin Roiland's voice and would have been a little bit less jarring.
and then
Because
they
his
just
voice is so much different.
went the opposite way.
Right.
Let's cast the guy, the British guy with the deep voice. Yeah, but it was funny how the clip was. Oh no, you put it. Oh no, it's on British setup. Let me fix it. No, leave it like that.
This is my voice now.
It's it's doing things to me. It's like, oh well, no one is gonna notice. And then
This is
this is
all they're
my,
going to focus on now, isn't it?
yeah, this is my voice now. Get used to it. Oh god, so funny. But yeah, that's how you show. And I'm wondering if Rick and Morty is gonna do something similar, since they're in the same.
Apparently, they have people that sound very
Or
similar to Justin Roiland.
they're gonna do imitation.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy on TikTok that sounds exactly like Morty. That people have been like heralding for him to replace at least Justin Roiland for Morty.
Yeah.
But I mean, they haven't really announced anything, and given that he was kind of absolved of all, crimes, they may bring him back. I don't know what's going to happen now.
I don't know. Polar opposites. He's gone. So
He's off Hulu completely now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
apparently they also replaced him in I don't know if you saw it this week for the DLC that's going to be coming out for shit. Oh, crap.
It's Glover versus the Universe or something like that, or some name like that against the
High on
Universe.
Life. There's a DLC coming out for High on Life, and they completely replaced
Oh yeah,
the
that's the
voice
other
actor
game.
for the main gun.
Yeah.
But also, he doesn't say anything in the game now.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
they may do something like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen
now.
At least for like Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering if they do something like that with Rick and Morty, who they will bring? Is Danny DeVito?
I would fucking die if they did Danny DeVito as at least Rick. That would be hilarious.
No, Morty for Morty. Jeez, Rick. Jeez, Rick.
Come on, guys.
Jeez, Rick. Would you like a neck?
I was shooting and I don't see so good.
I just started shooting and yeah, I need a rom-com. You haven't tried? I'm the cheetah man. Either that or I don't know.
Oh my god. If they could get him just to replace Justin Roiland in any part of Rick and Morty, I would fucking die. That would be amazing.
Someone with a unique voice, but that is recognizable. There you go, Michael Cera.
Michael Cera would be funny as Morty.
Morty. I don't know, man. I mean, but yeah, we'll see what happened. Let's see. Just like Vin Diesel before him, apparently, in the world premiere for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, Tom Cruise said that hinted that probably these two movies won't be the end of the franchise.
I just don't understand where we're gonna keep going from here.
I mean, the guy obviously has a thrill-seek boner to cover because he keeps just doing these crazy stunts on this franchise. So I guess
not even just this. Like in Top Gun Maverick, he wanted to be in the F-14 Tomcat. So all of those scenes where he's in the pilot seat are actually him in the pilot seat.
That's really funny, yeah. And then he accepted his Teen Choice Awards. I think he was flying a World War II era airplane or something.
He's an insane person.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, and they were also during the since right now they're doing the whole tour, the promotional tour and all that stuff for the movie. His co-stars were like, yeah, we were scared for all the stunts that he was doing. He's crazy. which yeah, Tom Cruise. Let's see. Before we jump into the direct, I had three more things. Apparently, a lot of groups are dropping out of San Diego Comic Con. Just yesterday, there was a report that uh, Marvel, Universal, and HBO won't be going to San Diego Comic Con. And then today, another report dropped that Netflix and Sony won't be going either. The only
Sony was the one that I was the most surprised about. Marvel, now that they're owned by Disney and Disney's been kind of rolling things into D23,
yeah,
I think that they're just going to do everything at D23 now.
yeah, wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, the only one that hasn't confirmed anything or are reports whether or not they're going is Warner Brothers Discovery. In fact, the only thing that I saw today is a report saying that Warner Brothers Discovery is still looking to see if they're going or not, seeing as almost everyone is dropping out of San Diego. And
Well, they also just had 3 movies bomb at the box office too.
also
So.
that, yeah, and also because of that, Savsla, in another great genius move, is looking to uh, rent, not rent, uh, let
Franchise or
French,
sell out the rights, yeah.
yeah, the streaming rights for some of their shows to Netflix and other places like that. I know they're talking with Netflix to at least get like rights to The Sopranos, I think, for streaming. I saw another list of another shows, but they're mostly
I
HBO.
think it was Sopranos, Entourage, and The Wire were the 3
Yeah,
that the big 3 that I saw.
yeah, and then yesterday there was another report, or is it today? I can't remember. Saying that in addition to that, Savsla is seen so they can sell the rights for the music of films and stuff like that they own. So like the openings for Warner Brothers apparently is a theme film or part of the score of Sound of Music. No, not Sound of Music. Gone with the Wind.
Yes.
The dun dun dun, or I cannot do it that well, but apparently that's part of the score of the Gone with the Wind. So apparently they're gonna put up many of those stuff for sale, or
A
at
lot of
least
their
for not for sale,
apparently
but for original
like
music.
and not even just like Warner Brothers, like the logo music or the I don't even know what you would call it, but their theme song, I guess, the Warner
Yeah,
Brothers theme song, they're looking to put up, but also original music that they've scored for Warner Brothers animated shorts and movies
yeah, stuff like
is
that.
what they're looking to sell or license out to
License
others.
out, yeah, license out for. I think they're looking
Like
to.
original Bugs Bunny scores, Bugs Bunny theme songs. But there was like a whole list, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like all of the money that they probably get for streaming rights on a lot of this, that now he just wants to license it out to people for use in other movies. Like they must be really desperate for cash right now.
Oh yeah. Well, there are many bombs. Like the Flash is not doing well.
True.
The Flash is not doing well. So someone is freaking out over there. Let's see. That's that. So yeah. Not many people going to San Diego Comic Con this year. It looks like. I saw the people celebrating that most probably San Diego Comic Con will once again be for comics and collectibles and nerd stuff like that, rather than the media stuff. So
But
going.
it's kind of shitty though because Marvel, as a comic studio, also pulled out, so they're not going to have a booth at Comic Con at all.
Oh, I thought it was only Marvel Studios.
No, supposedly all of Marvel pulled out,
Oh,
which was interesting to me because San Diego Comic Con's been like a huge cornerstone, at least for comics.
yeah.
So when I read that, I was like, that sounds weird. Why would Disney do that? But then at the same time, I think Disney's really also in a point right now where they've also had a bunch of stinkers that
Yep.
bombed at the box office, and Elemental's really not doing well right now either. So
It's not doing well. It might maybe do something since apparently I saw that it hasn't opened in some global markets.
yeah, it's not
So
internationally available yet. I think there's
yeah,
still parts of Asia and Europe that it hasn't debuted yet.
so they're hoping on the mouth word of mouth and also reviewers, and I guess on the Asia market that like I said, the film looks has a very strong Asian immigration story to grab them. So there's a chance that Elemental might do even, maybe, or at least enough to not become a bomb, but nothing like they're gonna do Incredibles 2 or 1 numbers. That's for sure.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. So that's that. Before I jump to the direct, Amazon announced yesterday that Shin Kamen Rider is coming to Amazon Prime Video on July 21st.
I heard that and I meant to message you and I forgot. But I am excited because apparently it'll if you have Amazon Prime,
Oh yeah,
you get
you,
Amazon Prime Video, and apparently this will be included with that as well. So you won't have
yes,
to pay an additional cost to rent it.
yeah. So that's awesome for me. So I can watch it as many times as I want. And then the last two things that I have, Olivia Colman. Today was announced that Olivia Colman, Antonio Banderas, and Rachel Segar have joined the cast of Paddington in Peru, or Paddington 3. Obviously, they haven't started filming because, a lot of stuff going on around, but another movie
I'm
suddenly.
just glad we're getting a third one, and I really hope that they bring back what's his name as Paddington too,
Oh, Ben.
Wishaw,
Yeah, I think he's voicing him.
because
Uh,
Paddington 2 is a perfect movie.
in fact, I saw someone isn't returning from the first film.
I remember reading, I think it might be the
Sally.
dad.
No, it's Sally. She was in the Ship of Water.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I think she's doing something else.
Yeah, so
Just very conflicted.
Emily Mortimer is gonna replace her in the same role.
Could be a little weird because we've already had two other movies with the other actress, but
Yeah,
I mean, whatever. Not
but
really much that they can do.
we'll see how much they are in the film, I guess, since he's going back to Peru. So, but yeah, from the cast, the only one that I seen some sort of description of the character is Olivia Colman, who is said to be running a retirement home for birds in Peru. so, so that's gonna be funny. But yeah, uh, again, I'm biased on the film based on the title alone. So yeah. And then the last thing that we got before we jump to the Nintendo Direct, it was revealed today that oh yeah, I forgot to mention Secret Invasion came out.
Haven't had a chance to see it, but I've been hearing incredible things about it.
Yeah, is and
A lot of
also
people are comparing it to the first season of the Daredevil Netflix show, which I'm all in.
yeah, and also there's a topic related to this, to what I was gonna say, talk in a second. But yeah, it's a really good show. It's only a shame that the AI opening is taking most of the discussion.
I was going to ask you what's so the AI generated
So
faces and stuff are just in the opening.
it's just in the opening.
Oh, who cares?
Uh, I mean, it's about present when Marvel is doing it, and also especially how they being abusing their BFX and animation departments.
I wasn't sure if you had that on your list of things to talk about, but
Yeah, actually, I had it, but I have.
bombshells that came out this week.
Yeah, related to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but this is related. That's why I brought it up. So yeah, the whole controversy for Secret Invasion is that they commissioned one of the VFX houses that they use to do an opening in AI. Uh, Obviously, everyone that is in the industry has been expressing their dissatisfaction with it, even though the company that does the BFX did it themselves. Uh, they still like on the credits you can see only 8 people, and apparently one of those people isn't real. It's part of the AI whole thing. And so you have people that have worked on the show, also on the art department and all that stuff. Where like, well, they didn't tell me that they're gonna use my designs for custom designs or stuff like that, and put it into the system so they can generate the AI opening. So that's what, like I said, it sets a bad precedent. And then today we got a couple bombshells regarding Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. One of the first things is that apparently there was a lot of infighting between Sony and Phil Lord and his company about because Phil Lord was changing the scripts at the last minute, and
Which I don't know if you saw this that also came out with this. There are two different cuts of the movie playing in different theaters.
yeah, apparently there's multiple cuts of this of the movie playing currently right now. Like some people are starting to notice. Mostly some dialogue here and there. It's not a big change, but it's in that
Mostly
the
like
if
the dialogue with like Scarlet Spider was one of the biggest ones when he grabs
Miles.
Miles, and the other one was the AI when what's his name starting to freak out, and instead of just pointing at him in some, she was taking a selfie in other cuts of the movie.
Mm,
So like they're minor things that most people probably wouldn't have noticed unless they were seeing it multiple times, which a lot of people are seeing this
I
more
mean,
than one time because there's so much to kind of soak in.
yeah, I didn't notice, but honestly, knowing my knowing my luck, maybe I seen the same cut 3 times.
It's possible.
Possible.
Apparently, one guy on I don't remember if it was Reddit or Twitter, someone was saying that in the same theater, or like they went to the same AMC, but in
Hmm.
two different theaters at the same AMC, it was two different cuts of the same movie.
Oh,
So I don't know how that happens. I was always when it first came out when the news first broke on Thursday or Wednesday it was. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just like if you're in Georgia, you're seeing one cut. If you're in Florida, you're seeing another cut.
yeah.
It might have been a regional thing, but no, apparently like different. The same theater got two different cuts of the same film, which
Oh
is weird.
wow. Yeah, and then with that, animators for the film came out and saying that yeah, because of all these last minute changes and everything, a lot of people walk out from the project because they were like, again, they were asked to be changing stuff at the last minute, changing stuff on the whim, and that was putting a stress on the animators. So, and also because of that, they one animator as well said that there is no way this movie is coming out next year. I think right now is March 2024. Because they're
For the second part,
for Beyond, yeah, Beyond the Spider
yeah,
Verse. There's no way the film is coming out next year because right now they're just working on uh very early presets that uh they had done before the movie was cut into 2 parts. So whatever the rest of the story that they had when originally was only 1 part, they are working right now on that they're gonna use for Beyond. So they haven't even finished. They don't have even the ending at this point, or so. Yeah, that he said that 2025, 2026, probably we won't see the movie until then.
Yeah,
Which makes sense, and obviously shitty how the VFX and animators are being treated. And again, this is all another reason why the whole conversation about AI is happening as well, because not only the companies are taxing all these people to work more or changing stuff at the last minute, but then they're like, oh well, we're gonna use AI then, and instead of having 20 people working on a project, now you have two people, and they're just over there to feed the machine whatever art or animation stuff that they might have already available. So that kind of stuff. That's why there were some controversies over the Secret Invasion opening. But yeah.
Yeah, it was a little sad, and then I know that there was some other controversy with one of the I think it was like 17 or 18 different VFX companies that were tasked with the Flash,
Mm-hmm.
who also worked with Marvel on No Way Home and Quantumania and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were saying that if you're noticing a huge dip in quality, it's because they're literally given 3 weeks to do a lot of this visual effects stuff, where it used to be like months.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks. I feel bad for these people because I mean, now we're in like a weird burnout stage because people are just not seeing movies because they're just not good. But
And it's because of that.
right. It all just comes full circle because like we're working people to the bone, and now we're seeing what happens when you do that. It's not great. It just really sucks.
Yeah. So and if they continue with that, I don't know if there are unions for animation. I don't think so, because
there aren't, but there's a lot of talks, especially after what happened with the Flash, because they made a lot of last minute cuts to the movie before it came out, like in the visual effects department. That a lot of these artists are now starting to think about maybe unionizing, which honestly I don't blame them. If they're going to be worked like dogs, they deserve more money, or at least some sort of kickback or something. I don't know.
Which again is the issue that right now the writers are striking for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a weird time where a lot of these companies are just trying to take advantage of people, and it's not right.
Yeah. Let's see, and now we can jump into the biggest part of the whole news. This week we got a Nintendo Direct on Wednesday. They announced it a day earlier, so it was
announced on Tuesday in like the middle of the day, and they're like, "Oh, there's going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow."
Yeah,
so I was like, "Oh, okay."
Let's see, for the stuff that they show, at least for me, they show another trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. This trailer was pretty much showcasing the Pokemon that we're gonna encounter in these two sections, but still there is no release date. Another thing that they announced after the direct ended, that there will be a special raid in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to get a shiny Gimmighoul. So that's going on right now. I don't do that many raids, especially those 5 stars raids. So I don't know if I'll do it. But I think that one is until next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it ends July 2nd.
Yeah,
or
so
July 3rd.
Okay, yeah, so in a week or two.
Yeah.
Then they announced Detective Pikachu 2 or Detective Pikachu Returns, coming out on October 6th, 2023. I know a lot of people are freaking out about that one because that game apparently has been announced or in wait for years and years. And
I played the first Detective Pikachu. I thought it was okay. I didn't understand what the hype was, but I'm glad people are excited for another game.
Yeah, and this one is showing also Pokemon from Sword and Shield. I didn't saw any ones from Scarlet and Violet, but I
I
noticed.
don't think I didn't see any either, but
I saw up to Sword and Shield because I saw Scarbunny's evolution, the second one.
yes,
So yeah. Super Mario RPG, a new one, or this is a remake?
it's
I
a
mean,
remake of the game on the Super Nintendo.
oh,
Which,
okay.
when I saw this, I lost my shit because we have been asking for a remake for Super Mario RPG for 30 something years now, 32 years, 33
Yeah, I
years.
saw people freaking out about that one. It looks really good.
I am so excited. The first Super Mario RPG was amazing.
Yeah, and this
So,
one is coming out on November 17, 2023. They
yes.
also announced Princess Peach solo game. They didn't show much, but we'll know more later. Probably
I think they
2020.
said in the next Nintendo Direct or something we should,
Yeah,
or upcoming something, we should have more information. I'm excited about this. I think that's great that people have been asking for a Peach only game for a long time,
I
and
think she had one before, if I'm not mistaken.
well, technically yes, but it was with Toad,
Oh, okay.
so people don't count that. I thought it was kind of unique because it was mostly just Peach and Toad, but
Hmm.
this game's going to be entirely just her. So a lot of people are like super excited, and I'm happy that she's finally getting something again.
Yeah, and they tease her power up at the end of the teaser that they show. The other thing that they announced as well regarding to Mario. Well, there's one more thing at the end, but Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which apparently came out for the Game Boy. I think that's what they said,
Was it the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color? I forget.
or one of the consoles. I can't remember, but
Yeah,
there's a remake in the works. Also, they will be talking more about this in another time. So people are suggesting this a 2024 release. We got the Arkham trilogy games coming to the Switch, which I wonder how they're gonna run.
I am very. The first two games might be okay.
Arkham, yeah,
Arkham Asylum and
and
Arkham,
City.
yeah, Arkham Knight. I don't know how that's gonna be.
Yeah, Arkham Knight is the one that I'm like, this is a PS4 game. How the hell?
Yeah, I'm
PS3, PS4 game. I don't know how it's
not
gonna run.
sure. I mean, the considering that the Switch only has a 740 or 720p screen, it might be okay. But I'm very curious how they're going to pull it off.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it runs. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but it was an interesting thing to notice. I already played the games anyway, so.
Yeah, I've
Let's
already
see.
played them.
Yeah, I have even the remake for PS4 that I still can play on PS5. So, they announced Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince for December 1st, 2023. Pretty much like a Pokemon game, but with or a
Dragon Quest
Pokemon
characters.
or Pokemon Stadium with Dragon Quest characters. I thought at the beginning I thought it was a new Dragon Quest game when they had the theme song, but then they showed the monsters fighting. I was like, oh, this is like Pokemon Stadium then.
It gave me, I don't know if you remember the anime or the games, but it gave me Monster Rancher vibes, not Pokemon
Oh,
vibes.
I remember that.
Either way, I'm still intrigued. It looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a deep look at Pikmin 4. Not really familiar with the whole Pikmin. I haven't played any Pikmin game. I think the only exposure that I have to the games is via Smash Bros. So,
The only game I played was the one on the Wii.
hmm. And also
Because I
they
think the
yeah.
first game or the second game, the first two games I think were on the GameCube, which I didn't have. And then I bought a Wii, or I got a Wii for Christmas back in like 2004.
Mhm.
And I remember playing Pikmin on the Wii. And it was annoying because of the stupid Wiimote. But
Yeah, and also they announced a digital version of Pikmin 1 and 2 are available right now on the Nintendo Store.
which was a
Uh,
huge surprise to a lot of
oh
people.
yeah. Yeah, I saw people celebrating that. They announced the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which is pretty much the same thing that from the Sony conference. But the difference for this one is also they're going to have games that came out on the Super Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid 2, I think. The Super Nintendo versions as well will be in this collection,
Yes, which
which
I'm
is
excited about.
which is something that the PlayStation 1 doesn't have, as far as I know.
No, it will only be the PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake Eater. Snake Eater?
And
Snake Eater.
and also 3.
Yeah, the acid, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah. So yeah, that, and also they show that it's gonna come with a apparently a digital comic book that came out a while ago, and the sequel. Yeah, it's gonna have music, and it's gonna have a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it is very beefy for a collection, and of course for the people that like physical stuff, it's gonna come in also as well in a physical version. This is coming out October 24th of this year. They show Star Ocean 2 or Second Story R, a remake. I saw also people freaking out about it. November 2nd, 2023. It looked interesting. I play it.
Yeah, I might pick it up, especially if the price is anything like any of the other remakes we've gotten recently.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They showed for the holidays 2 amiibos for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. One is of Zelda in her past clothing, I guess, with the Master Sword, and another one is of Setzi Ganondorf. So a lot
People
of
went
people.
wild for this Ganondorf.
So a lot of people are gonna be buying that amiibo for study purposes, I guess.
Yes, for study purposes.
Uh
What's
huh.
interesting though is the NFC codes for those leaked already, and people can already make third-party
Oh yeah.
NFC tags for the two of them. They already came out on Tagmo, and
Oh my god.
Tagmo is an app you can use for your phone to write NFC tags.
Wait. So do we know what you get with those?
I think it's the same stuff as you get with like the Breath of the Wild Zelda, and the Ganondorf from Breath of the Wild.
Huh. I need to double check what it is.
I only saw them that the NFC codes were released yesterday, so I don't know if people had enough time to scan them to see if there was anything special. But
Oh, okay.
from what I read so far, it's only been the same stuff you get from those two amiibos.
Oh, okay.
Which
Yeah.
I
No.
thought was hilarious.
If I'm gonna get it, it's because of the amiibo itself, not the codes. In fact, I haven't used the amiibos from the Breath of the Wild that I have in this one. I don't know why, but
I
I
haven't
haven't.
used any of the ones that I have. Like I have the 25th anniversary 8-bit Link, and then I have a bunch of other Link amiibos too.
I have the Guardians. I have the link from Breath of the Wild, and one link for Smash, pretty much.
Yeah.
And let's see. And then we ended with a new Mario game. And this
Before
one,
you get to that,
oh yeah,
there
go
was
ahead.
a WarioWare Smooth Moves
Oh yeah,
sequel announced called WarioWare Move It.
that was funny.
And I don't know how much you love the WarioWare games. I love them. Smooth Moves was one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game so much. So when they announced that there was a new one and it was going to be using the Wiimote, kind of like how the Wiimotes were in
Yeah.
Smooth Moves, I was like, sign me the fuck up. I'm excited. This is day one purchase for me.
I saw the games there. The mini games look like crack cocaine.
In the best way possible. Like they're like pull the nose hair still and shave the guy's head, and I like everything that I love about WarioWare. Back, we're back, baby.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, they announced another Super Mario game just to close the show. This is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, coming out on October 10th, 2023. It looks like an acid trip. Like apparently,
It looks like they took what everyone loved about the new Kirby game and took it and applied it to Mario.
yeah, and you can turn into an
I'm excited.
elephant.
I was
Elephant
just gonna say,
Mario.
that's how they had the mouthful mode in the Kirby mouthful, whatever it was.
Yeah,
You can turn him into
into
an elephant,
a
and
car. Yeah,
yeah, man, Mario just keeps getting better. And the best part about this is it's a 2D side scroller, just like our like the old school Mario games. It's not a 3D like
oh
Odyssey.
yeah, it's a 2D side scroller that you can play up to 4 people. So and you can play. You can be Luigi. You can be Zelda. You can be Peach. You can be Daisy, and you can be Toad.
I wish they would have added more characters,
I
but
mean,
I'm
maybe
okay
there's
with those
more.
four.
Maybe there's more that you show those, but it's an interesting way you can do, and all the stuff that they show that can happen when you activate the wonder power is they look bananas.
I
Like that one that
this
is
reminds me so
sold.
much of WarioWare Mario Maker for the Wii. Like when
Mm,
that was first announced, and people lost their shit because like it was a 2D side scroll or 2D 3D side scrolling with all these new power ups and stuff. Like it was
yeah,
just like people were lost their shit. So I'm excited for finally getting another one because it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we've gotten like a side scrolling Mario game again.
yeah.
What was
There's
the last one? It was like for the
uh
Wii U. The new Super Mario U, I think was the last one.
oh, Super
That was
Mario U.
10
Yeah,
or
that
15,
one.
10 or 15 years ago. But I'm excited. It looks incredible, and the 3D graphics on it, even though it's a 2D side scroller, look incredible.
Yeah, especially there's one part that you activate the wonder flower and everything goes dark, and you can like stretch your shadow like a long cat or something like that.
There's just so much uniqueness in this game, and
Yeah,
it just
it's
looks amazing.
it's gonna be trippy for sure. And that's pretty much everything that I have, unless you have something else that I skipped.
Um, the
Whether
only other thing
it's
that I have is there were several interviews yesterday with crap. I can't remember his name now. Todd Howard from Bethesda
oh yeah,
for Starfield. I think he did one of them on Kind of Funny, and there was another one on the X4 Xcast or something like that yesterday. And they were just asking questions about the game and like if there's going to be fishing and like what the actual of the thousands of planets, how many are actually going to have life on them, and blah blah blah. And his answers were actually pretty candid, and he was very like, because the Kind of Funny guy was asking him like, can you catch fish in this? And
mm,
Todd Howard was like, well, what do you mean? Can you like collect fish? Can you cook
yeah.
fish?
Can you
And
fish?
he was like, no, can I use a fishing rod, put it in the water, and catch a fish? And you saw Todd Howard's face kind of go, no, it's not something that we have, but maybe. Like you could see the wheels turning when he was
The
doing these
wheels turn.
interviews. That
Yeah,
there were some things that he was like, maybe we should put that in a patch to the game. A lot of people don't like Todd Howard as a CEO or even just as a person in charge of like a gaming company, but
oh yeah, I seen that a lot.
uh, he's not the worst person. Um, there was uh, another company. I forget what there's like an org chart of game companies,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them apparently yesterday just announced that they were going Embracer Group. That's what it was.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw something that they bought the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, I think.
They paid
Right?
$395 million for the rights to the Lord of the Rings games, but then apparently they announced uh, they're going into some sort of a liquidation.
Huh.
I forget what it was, but they're not doing so great, especially after what happened with the Gollum game.
Oh yeah.
But they had a bunch of other games that they just released that were just not performing well. Embracer Group owns a lot of stuff. Like they bought THQ Nordic. They
Oh wow.
bought a lot of the Nordic games licensing or studios. They bought Gearbox. They own Crystal Dynamics. The last, I want to say 6 years, they've spent billions buying other companies. They bought 3D Realms, which is the company that made Doom, or not Doom, Duke Nukem, rather.
Oh, this
Uh, yeah, they've been on like an insane buying spree of just like buying companies for no reason. And I
yeah.
think it finally caught up to them that they were now canceling a bunch of games. And they announced, I think it was at the beginning of this week, that they're doing a large scale restructuring for cost savings and capital allocation. And a lot of people are very worried because there were some THQ Nordic games that were supposed to be coming out this year that may not be coming out. And there was also some Gearbox games that may be shelved at some point, which kind of sucks. But I mean, that's what happens when you just become like a billion-dollar company. They apparently own over 93 billion in-game company asset.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's within the last 7 or 8 years, I think. It's gone up that much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they've only been around for 12 years, but in that 12 years, they were aggressive
Yeah,
in
that
buying
that's
game companies.
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot for sure.
But that was the only other thing that I had. Is just Embracer Group not doing so great. They apparently owned Dark Horse Media at one point, and then they sold it. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah, they owned it for a hot minute, and then they were like, but they've been in some big trouble this year. Or yeah, the majority of this year. What was there was one other thing. Oh, Final Fantasy 16 came out. I don't know if you've had a chance to, or I don't know, do you like the Final Fantasy games at all?
I'm not into them.
Okay. I like the stories, or I liked the stories on most of them, but the last, I want to say 4 games, not counting the MMOs, the last 4 games were really just kind of like, I didn't really like them at all. I'm talking about main games, not like the weird offshoots they keep releasing. But this game looks amazing, and I've been watching a lot of people playing it on Twitch and YouTube streaming, and it looks pretty good. I might have to pick it up at some point when I finish Tears of the Kingdom, which will probably be another year or so.
Yeah, I've been seeing people enjoying this game. Mainly on the RPG kind how did I saw someone describing it? It feels like 2 games mixed because it doesn't at least based to of what I saw someone saying doesn't feel like a complete Final Fantasy game.
I've heard a lot of people kind of compare it to Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core kind of jammed together.
Or something like
Because the
that.
story in 6 is very, very similar to this apparently, but the gameplay is very much like Crisis Core from the PSP, where it's
so I guess
action
that's
RPG kind of, which I like more a little bit, especially now that I'm older. I like that style of game more than I do like the old school JRPGs. I just don't have the time to sit there and play them. They're very tedious now.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing a lot of really good things. I might have to pick it up. And there was one other thing that I don't know if you saw this week that launched. The Lord of the Rings booster packs for the Magic the Gathering came out.
Oh, it was this week?
They came out either on Tuesday or Wednesday, I forget.
Oh, I missed.
And apparently they've sold out in most stores in
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
because there's a 1 in 2.5 million chance you're going to get the One Ring.
Yeah.
They printed one card for the One Ring, and it's going to be in one random booster pack, which I find hilarious. I was explaining it to Allison. She's like, "Why the fuck would they do that?" I'm like, "Because it's Wizards of the Coast. That's just what they do. They're a bunch of fucking assholes."
Yeah, no, I've been interested in that booster pack, even though I don't play Magic, because they
Yeah, I
have,
don't either, but I really want it because the art on a lot of these cards looks really fucking cool.
and it's not only one type of art; they have different types of arts because they're doing gimmicky stuff. Like
They
there's
have
a whole
color
set
cards.
holo cards. There's a whole set that you can combine all, like I think is 13 cards that you combine into a giant picture.
Yes.
And there's like two sets of that, so it's like 24 cards make two pictures or something like that. There's this art that is more in the vein of Magic the Gathering. There's another art type of art that is more like Tolkien drawings.
And then there's a third one that's like a mashup of the two that's more like Wizards of the Coasty. But the land one is the one that I really was interested in the most, which is the one that you were just talking about, where it's you take a bunch of land cards together and it makes one big picture. I think one of them is like Helm's Deep or something. I forget.
And not even
And I was
lands.
like,
I also think you have characters because there's like a battle in the background.
right. There's just like all land cards together make one big mosaic, which I think is absolutely fucking wild. And I really want it because it looks really sick. I would hang it on my wall. It looks
yeah, cool. Me too.
So I really want to get it. It's going to be like a Willy Wonka kind of thing where right now no one knows who's like if anybody's found the One Ring yet, but I know that on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, singles like 11 or 12 card booster packs right now are going for like $500.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
let's see.
It's wild.
Amazon. Holy crap.
Yeah, apparently people have and this was the problem they had with Pokemon cards when they first like the pandemic first happened, where people were buying up like one person would buy like $600 worth of Pokemon cards and then flip and sell them for like $2,000. That's what's happening with these Lord of the Rings booster packs right now, is that like one person's buying up an entire stock at a store.
Yeah. So I see there's a special edition booster pack that comes with 15 cards. That's $34 on Amazon. But this is a special. And then if you want the whole booster box that comes with 12 packs is $374. Then your regular Tales of Middle Earth booster box, which comes with 36 packs, is $180. Let's see what else do they have. There is a Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth Commander deck, and that one looks to be the shiny ones. That one is 64. Let's see.
This is on Amazon right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at Amazon.
That's actually not bad pricing considering that
there's a whole bunch of
sold out everywhere near us.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of there's a Magic the Gathering, the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth scene bots, the Might of Galadriel. So 6 scene cards, 6 art cards. I think this is the one that I was saying that you can mix it together and make a scene.
Yeah. That's actually I might have to do that.
Yeah, it says
we're going to like a thing tomorrow, so I was gonna see if maybe someone has the cards for sale that's not egregiously expensive.
Yeah, this one is $37, but it comes with 3 sets boosters and the 6 cards. It says combine 6 borderless cards to make a scene. This scene, which is the Galadriel in this case. So I guess there is more out there.
Yeah. That's really cool.
So yeah, I'm so tempted to get it, even though I don't play Magic the Gathering. But
I really don't want to get back into Magic, but when I saw these cards originally announced a couple months ago, I was like, ooh, that's really cool. But just seeing them now, like I have a few friends who still play Commander, and he bought a bunch of the packs when they first came out on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was this week. He sent me pictures. I was like, oh, they look so much better in person. So I really don't want to buy them, but at the same point, like I love Lord of the Rings, so I might just pick a few of them up just to have them.
Yeah, I might do the same.
I'm just excited. I love that we're getting more Lord of the Rings, especially because of the Rings of Power.
So. Yeah, this year alone we got the special editions of Lord of the Rings, and was the Silmarillion last year or this year? I can't remember, but the Tolkien illustrated ones, and I have both of them.
Silmarillion was last year, but yeah, we're getting a lot of shit, and apparently the Tolkien estate's going to release some more stuff too.
They're gonna release a Hobbit for next year.
Yeah, which I'm excited about. Like I'm so sold.
Which I already have on pre-order.
Oh, it's up on pre-order already?
Yep.
Oh.
The illustrated version, yeah.
This is the one that's illustrated by Tolkien, right?
Yes.
Oh man, I didn't know it was up for pre-order already. I might have to get it.
Yeah, the Hobbit illustrated edition. Oh no, it's gonna be released this year, September 19th.
Really? Wow, that's a lot sooner than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, I have the Lord of the Rings ones and the Silmarillion.
Ooh.
And they are gorgeous.
Yeah, I've seen some of the like the Two Towers one. That one is probably my favorite so far. But I just love Tolkien's art. Like I had to find it when we were at a what the fuck was it? I don't remember if it was a garage sale or if we were at a thrift store before we moved. But I found the Hobbit all the way up to the Return of the King on record.
Oh.
All the songs sung by Tolkien.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I need to buy this. I've never seen this before. This is amazing. And the guy was like, it's $5. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm buying that.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I don't remember. I know it's in a box somewhere. I had to find it. But I definitely kept it because I was like, I'm not getting rid of that. That's amazing. I want to hang it up because it has his art on the outside of the record sleeve.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's awesome.
But oof. Back of my notes. I think that's everything.
Yep, that's pretty much it for this week, and we know probably we're gonna get more information.
Yes, I think there's some stuff that's supposed to come out on Monday.
See,
what was that?
I'm saying that I wonder what else we're gonna get. What other companies might be dropping out of San Diego?
I was gonna say I think we're gonna see some more information on Monday or Tuesday. What's gonna happen? I have a feeling that DC is gonna drop out. If they haven't already by Monday, they're gonna drop out. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because so far the Warner Brothers Discoveries still hasn't confirmed whether or not they're going.
Right.
It's the only one that hasn't said anything.
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting, especially considering what happened with E3 and everybody pulled out of E3 and then they just canceled it this year. So I have a strong suspicion that might happen with the big companies at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to comment as well that it looks like there won't be E3 also next year or the following one, because
apparently they're absolving the company.
That and also a registry from the LA, San Diego's whatever organization that takes over that gets conventions and events like that. On the report, they didn't feature E3 for either year, and normally those stuff they do it ahead of time. So,
Right.
so that's why
I
people
wouldn't be surprised if
Mm.
E3 is just dead now.
Oh yeah, especially with all the online presentations and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
Cool. So I think that'll about do it for this week's episode. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Nonsense Nerdy. If there's something we missed this week, definitely let us know. Yeah, we will see you guys, I guess, in the next episode.
Adios.
Take care, everyone.